Vancouver now leads St. Louis 2-0 thanks to 2 home victories to start off the series. And games 1 and 2 were very different, so I'm not sure what to expect here in game 3. But the constant so far through 2 games is the Sound shooting above 50% as a team, shooting below 30% from 3, having less than 10 free throws, and that's pretty much it. Those are the constants from St. Louis. They have played a very similar game, both games in a row. We just happen to have played a whole lot worse last game. And I will say that the Sound's defense has not been good at all, except until that fourth quarter of game 2 when they made that little comeback and took the lead for a brief moment there. And that's because Cecil Arnold had like 4 to 5 blocks alone in that fourth quarter, none prior to that. And that's a big reason why game 2 was almost a loss for us instead of a win. But we do lead 2-0, and I don't want to make another change. I think that I'm fine with things as they are. We'll make adjustments in the game if we need to. But I think that you can live with Owen Dawson at shooting guard as the starter. Not sure how he's not been benched by now, because he's really been bad both of these first 2 games. Patrick Baldwin's been pretty good, actually. Has shot very well. Isumu has been all right. Some good moments, some bad. Ben Caro, kind of the same story. Arnold didn't really do a whole lot at all in game 1. Game 2, he was much better. Had a double-double. So if we can just slow down Arnold and Baldwin, then it should be an easy game for us to win. But that is easier said than done. So we're going on the road for the first time in this series. St. Louis will host us. It's game 3. Welcome to the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Don Payne wins the tip. Here we go. Vancouver starts with the ball. Halliburton to 3. Not going to drop on the first shot. Again, I don't like those threes that he takes off those screens. They're not a high percentage look, but can't really fix it. Shot clock under 5. St. Louis has to find a shot here. It's Baldwin who misses it. Arnold grabs the offensive board and has an easy putback. That'll get the scoring started. Anderson, a foot behind the line. Got it! And that will put us ahead. And Caro working on Vanderbilt down low. He fades away. Tough shot. And he missed it just barely. A 3 for Graves. Not going to drop this time either, but Payne's there to tip it in. Nice job on the glass. So far in the playoffs, 16 points per game. More rebounds per game than points. Field goal percentage extremely high, where it should be for him. And Caro tries again for the mid-range, and this time he'll knock it down. That's his first shot. Halliburton, backdoor cut, but Dawson jumps in front of the pass, so it was kind of a slow one from Payne. Isumu off the screen, fires in the paint, and that will put St. Louis up 6-5. In the playoffs, he's averaged only 8.5 and 3.5, but I think he's averaged much better numbers against us, but has plenty of turnovers, which have desperately, or not desperately, but dearly cost St. Louis in those first 2 games. They had a combined 40 turnovers, so that's 20 TOs per game. You're not going to win doing that. So if that keeps up, they're in trouble. Don Payne, though, at the charity stripe, knocks down both. Sumu behind the back move, and he gets down low to draw the foul. Going to be the first on Todd Graves. Free throw good. He's got one more. And that one is up and good too. Couple of screens for Halliburton. Back out to Anderson. He attacks the paint and is fouled by Baldwin. Thought they were going to call Arnold there for a second because I think he got a piece of Anderson's left arm. 96% from the line during the season for Anderson, as both will fall. Here's a backdoor cut. It's going to be a nope, not a lava type. Never mind. I thought for sure that would happen. Desumbu amongst the trees. Blocked by Vanderbilt. He had 4 black shirts around him. Anderson cuts, and a beautiful feed there for Vando as Anderson can just flush that one in. Vando on Bancaro again. He tries to penetrate, and he lays it in. So far in the finals, Bancaro is averaging 15.5 points per game, 7 boards, and 2.5 assists. He's done all right. Anderson, Cash. Screen from Arnold. Sumu fires, and that one's off, but Bancaro's on the glass for 2, and he's fouled. That's the first on Vanderbilt. Already more free throws in this first quarter than their average, I think, for the first 2 games. They had like 7 in the first one, then like 9 or so in the second one. I mean, it's been slim pickings at the charity show. They have no chance to even score from there if they don't draw the foul. Payne backing down Arnold. Got it this time. Okay, we'll take that. Yasumu, what is that? That is going to go in 1 out of every like 20 attempts at the least. Or at the most. Graves for 3. There we go. Here we go. Backdoor cut from Baldwin. The lob is there. He'll score without even looking at the rim. Halliburton got the switch to Arnold. Back to Payne. Mismatch and an easy 2. And Caro steps back. Long jumper. Not going to drop for him. Anderson pulls it down. Half of the quarter gone. Already 20 points for your Woodsmen. Offense off to a pretty decent start. Screen from Payne. Halliburton fires top of the key. Not going to drop. Back iron. Payne's there on the glass for 2. The offense can reset. Halliburton fires off the screen, and it's good. And Caro contested shots. He fired that immediately after making the catch. Good defense by Vanderbilt so far. Despite Bancaro scoring a couple of baskets, it's been tough buckets. Anderson peels around an off-ball screen and misses this time. Sunmu out of a shot, trying to hand off to Arnold. We switch back, and Payne blocks them out of bounds. Way to recover on defense there. Both him and Graves did a good job. Time counting down for St. Louis. They got to find something. Baldwin has to jack it up, and he missed the 3. I think they have yet to hit one so far in this game, as they usually take their time to knock down the first one as Anderson scores at the rim. The assist will go to Joel Carney. Wesley just left open. What happened there? Nobody stepped up. Time under 5. Halliburton steps out of bounds. They got stuck in animation. Wesley has it jarred loose. He gets it back, handing off to Perkins, and he scores. Okay. 24-18. Under 3.5 to go in this first quarter. We've been in control as we usually are, but the Sound have had a pretty decent first, to be honest. Anderson, though, is having a phenomenal start. 13 points, 5 for 6. He's got half of our score. Wesley across the court to Dawson. Open shot. Got it. And that's their first 3 of the contest. He had 2 in the fourth quarter last game, which I think were his first 3s of the series. So hopefully that was not a sign of things to come. Halliburton steps back, and he has not been good from 3s to start this game. Dawson giving it another shot, and it's not going to drop this time, but Perkins is there on the glass. He outboxed Vanderbilt that time. Shot clock once again counting down. Why is this happening to us so often? As that has to force it. And it almost went in. Oh, here we go. Backdoor cut. I saw it a mile away, and it still works. Okay. What is that kind of a screen called? Is that called like a back screen? I'm assuming it is. Because I want to fix that. Okay, so for back screens, which I think is what we are trying to fix here with those backdoor cuts. I mean, backdoor, back screen. I think that makes sense, right? Hopefully so. We're just going to switch those to prevent that from happening. And hopefully, because usually once that happens, you either have Vanderbilt or Payne right behind Anderson to try and help out there. So hopefully switching will force them to do that, but we have seen this team time and time again fail to comply with the game plan, so we'll see if that actually makes a difference or not, but 1 point game, let's jump back in. As that crosses the courts, wide open triple, it's offline. He has been really poor from out there in the playoffs, I gotta be honest. In fact, overall, he hasn't shot very well at all. And now Perkins will put the St. Louis Sound in front. He's had his way in this first quarter with Vanderbilt on him. Anderson cuts now, left open. Defense too late to get back on him. They tried it again, and this time we're there, but they get it back! Come on! Is this play designed to give you a bucket or like a missed offensive rebound? Like, what the hell, man? That time, we actually did a good job of guarding it, and they still score. Vanderbilt, do something, man. Perkins has scored like 5 straight buckets on ya. Carney misses a 3 top of the key. Not a smart shot. I'm not satisfied with this first quarter. Their offense is not a team that's going to put up 30 points in a quarter, but they pretty much have done so here, and that's embarrassing. Last shot of the quarter. Anderson's doubled, and it doesn't matter! How does he do it? That was incredible. The first quarter ends with Vancouver in front by virtue of Simon Anderson. 17 in the first for him, and a 1 point lead for your Woodsmen. Start of the second quarter. See what happens here. It's been an even closer game as Graves tracks it down. Fast break all by himself. All right, good start. Love seeing that. Defense to offense. I say it every episode. Time counting down for the Sound. Wesley blocked by Murphy. Let's go. Graves wants to slow things down for a moment. But now he'll step back and fire, and he missed the shot. Sunmu just dribbling around the last couple of seconds, not doing anything really besides that. Graves stays with them, but then Cross gets the board. All right. Off the screen, Carney the triple, not gonna drop. We need him to get going too. He hasn't really had a good game in a while. Time counting down to Sunmu, has to shoot. And he missed it, and Payne grabs the board this time. Okay. Still lead by 1. What do we draw up here? We go to Anderson, and his jumper's off the mark. Just his second miss of the contest. Wesley, the triple, it's good, and that'll put the Sound in front by 2. Zet for 3. Come on, man. One of these just gotta drop at some point, right? Wesley back to Clement off the switch, but his shot's off the mark. Pretty good look at it, too. They now haven't scored since that opening play of the quarter, but Graves will add to his tally here. A bucket and foul against Owen Dawson. I'll put Graves at the charity stripe for 1. Had a lot of leads, trading back and forth so far, trading buckets. It's been a tight one since the opening tip. I really hope it's not this damn close the entire way because my cholesterol is going to be insanely high after this game. But also, I do want to watch a pretty good basketball game, which we're getting so far. Foul on the Woodsman, though. Wesley bricks the first free throw. Second one will tie things up, though, at 35. Anderson, open three. Nope. When are we going to find our rhythm like in game one from there? We just don't look like a good three-point shooting team, to be quite honest with you. The Sumo for three. No. And Payne grabs the board. That almost went in, though. That was close. The Sound have definitely shot better. I mean, they've shot pretty well so far in this game. Anderson way off the mark, but Payne flies and out of nowhere to grab it. And he puts it in for us to take our next lead. I imagine we'll probably give this lead up a couple times more, and we'll get it back a couple times more. I foresee a very back and forth game until the final moments, to be honest. As Anderson did not mean to deflect that pass, but he did, and we end up with a steal. Halliburton on the other end, bucket and foul. That's on to Sunmu. Great pass up ahead by Azet, and great job to recognize that he could attack him down low right there as well. Anderson giving his best pal some props. Love seeing that. It's going to be in the thumbnail for sure. The free throw, though, for Halliburton is up, and it's good. Vancouver up by 5. Dawson, again from behind the arc, can't knock it down. He's back to his usual self, it seems. Vanderbilt gets down low. It can't lay it in, though. Sumbu, quick three on the other end. Not going to fall. Not the smartest shot he's taken in this game. God, he's 1 for 7. Jesus Christ. That's not good. Anderson fouled. That's Dawson. His second. More free throws coming up. There's been plenty of free throws, more than in the first two games. It seems like, at least for the Sound, they've definitely had way more free throws at this point than in either of the last two games. We've had a pretty good fair amount in both of the first two games, but also plenty here in the first half. We've drawn plenty of fouls on them. Off the screen, Sumo fires immediately, and this time we'll knock it down. That might get him on track now. Anderson attacks, hesitates, and he draws another foul on Dawson. The refs have been light with their whistle. The second they even breathe, that thing goes off. And he missed a free throw. Why are we seeing this so much more often now? It's a rare sight still, but it happens a bit more often than usual. Wesley has it jarred loose, and Azet tracks it down. Off his own deflection. And now he finds Vanderbilt at the rim. All Azet right there. And Caro has it jarred loose now, but Arnold is right there for it. The Sumu's three not going to fall, and Banquero's called for a loose ball foul. Fourth on St. Louis in the quarter. We're about halfway through it. One more, and I think we're in the bonus. Either 5 or 6 fouls it takes. But shortly, it's going to be free throws every foul. Vanderbilt finds Halliburton. Now a screen. Out to Carney. Good pass, but a missed shot. He waited too long. Dawson pulls up on the other end. Dan knocks it down. 6-point game. The Sound have shot 46%. They've taken more shots than we have, but we've shot just a little bit better. Anderson for three, uncontested, online. And Caro feeds Arnold. He's going to shoot this over Payne, and he missed the shot. It's a tough one to hit over a 7-footer. Shot clock winding down. Carney missed the three badly in the corner. He airballed it, and now it's a jump ball between Vando and Ben Caro. What the hell happened there, Carney? He has just been out of sorts, kind of, on his shots. Vancouver wins the tip. St. Louis wins the ball. Dawson, bounce pass to Wesley, who's wide open. And he can't knock it down. Tough break for the Sound. Vanderbilt, nice pass up ahead to Payne, who got behind the defense. An 18-5 run. These last 7:45. And our lead extends to 11 now. Here we go. It's a backdoor cut. They were going to lob that. You know that. They were going to lob that if he was open, but he wasn't. Baldwin does get the feed either way. Time's cutting down. He's going to have to shoot this. He fades away. What a shot. It's off. Carney penetrates. Lost the handle. Gets it back. Hands off to Payne, and he's got it for 2. 14 points for Payne in this first half. I think in Game 2 he had a pretty rough first half, and then he ended up playing pretty well afterwards. But great first half for him. Same thing for Anderson. Those two guys have been really good. They're going to try it again. No pass. New play. Isumu, the jumper, online. Halliburton penetrates and just gets around Webb for the bucket. 54-41. A better first half offensively than last game. Looks like we're playing better on that front, which is nice to see. Isumu. Blocked by Payne this time. He saw it coming a mile away. Out of bounds off him, though. But that was... He got full palm. Might have had all 5 fingers on that one, too. That was a man's block. Gotta be honest. Graves comes in, though, for Anderson, who will take a seat for probably the rest of this first half, with only 2.5 left. Perkins stripped and stolen by Vanderbilt. He just took that right out of his hands. Off the screen. Halliburton fires, and this time just missed it. Here we go, backdoor cut, and we're there. That's what I'm talking about. Screw your lob. Halliburton a foot behind the line. Got it! I believe that's his first 3 that he's knocked down so far in Game 3. That extends our lead to 16 points now. Things have slipped away quickly for the Sound. Ever since they went up 34-32 off that Wesley 3, things have gone very poorly for them. Halliburton, what is that? He threw it right to Ayo I'm not sure what he saw there. And now he throws it right to Graves. That was Dawson on the bad pass. Halliburton blocked out of bounds by Webb. It stays with us, but a couple of defensive plays in a row. It's 3 straight nice plays by either team. Anderson has checked back in the game for the last minute. Shot clock winding down. Vanderbilt hands off to Carney. He has to jack it up. Man, why is this happening so often against this Sound team? All 3 games, well, actually, Game 1 didn't really have it that often, but Games 2 and 3 for sure have had it as Carney, another steal for the Woodsmen, and Graves is wide open. We just kind of cherry-picked, but we take it. It's the finals. You kind of have to do that, you know? Baldwin attacks the rim, lays it in with the foul. That's his first play with the ball in his hands. Otherwise, he's just been catching lobs all day. Free throw again. We'll have the last shot of this first half. Who do we go to for this last shot? Graves finds Murphy at the rim. Okay. I thought it was for sure going to be a 3 like it usually is on that kind of Horns play, but he fed Murphy and he scores. 61-44, a much better second quarter than the first. The defense was much more stout, forcing turnovers, getting blocks, just getting stops in general. Only 15 points allowed. You take that all day. The second half begins as the Sound have the ball. They try to lob it on the first play. You can't catch us off guard there. I made a change. Anderson on the other end, bucket and foul. And we're about to lead by 20 to start the quarter. That is what I am talking about. High-octane action. Getting out in transition. Turning defense to offense. Anderson made both plays right there on defense and offense. That's beautiful. He snagged the lob, and he took it all the way. Dawson, another triple chance. But since that first one, it hasn't fallen for him. Halliburton finds Payne uncovered. He hangs on the rim. St. Louis has lost all of their momentum. It's a home game for them too. The home crowd is just dead quiet right now. They are not hashtag getting loud. Banchero missed it at the rim. Vanderbilt has just played some fantastic defense all series long. Has really kept Banchero covered up, and Graves and another and-one chance. The Sound just cannot stop fouling. All 3 games has been a huge problem for them. Isumu's been one of the main culprits too. The free throw is up, and it's good. 25-point lead now. Off the screen, Isumu fires a very contested shot, and he knocks it down to start the scoring for the Sound here in this one. 26 points, though, for Anderson. 23 of those came in the first half. He's on track for more than 40 points, which is beautiful to have. Hopefully he can get there. Graves attacks the rim and scores on Dawson. Man, I really can't wait to see what Todd Graves can truly become in his peak. He and Carney are kind of our next generation of guards behind Anderson and Halliburton. And unfortunately, it's kind of a little bit mistimed because obviously they're about to reach their peak while Halliburton is still in his and Anderson is, of course, still in his. So we're going to have a great quad of guards. And I can't wait to see what Graves can do in this long-term sim once we get to that point. Oh, missed a 3, but Payne will stuff it in. A dunk off the rebound. That's incredible, man. Isumu got it again. Anderson gets inside. Hesitates, fades away, and blocked by Arnold. Had 2 big men right there in his face. Not a smart idea. Now Halliburton fouls Banchero in transition. The free throw is coming up. Only 6 points so far for Paolo, man. Yeah, he's averaged about 15 or 16 this series so far, but has really been kept under wraps in this one. Anderson, uncontested triple, on fire today, baby. 29. Couple of screens. Wesley fires. It's good. Off the screen, Halliburton. Blocked by Arnold. Not a smart shot. Should have passed back to Payne. It was wide open for a mid-range jumper, which he can knock down day in, day out. Wesley hands off to Arnold, and he just gets by Payne, who lost him for just a moment. That was all he needed. Got to find a good shot here. Time's counting down. Halliburton to Vanderbilt. He's going to fire a 3. He hit it! We just watched that! That's incredible. Wesley penetrates, and he's fouled. Almost a clean block, but it wasn't. That's all right, though. First one good from Wesley. And he goes 2 for 2. Anderson at the elbow. Yes, sir. He is just continuing to pour it on. 31 points now. Still plenty of time left. Over 7 to go in this third quarter. Can we get this guy to 50? Maybe? If he gets 40 by the end of the quarter, I'll watch the entire game. And I won't sim. Baldwin. Blocked by Payne. Great help defense. He got it back, though. Banchero steps into an open shot. And it's good. Come on, man. That's so just unlucky for us. I get we're up by like 23, but come on. Graves makes it 25, though, and the Sound want to talk things over. Their defense, man. I told you it was bad. I told you. What can the Sound do right now to make a comeback here? I mean, you could pretty much say anything, and you would probably be right, because they have done so many things horribly wrong. Shooting threes, passing the ball, like not turning it over, not fouling, not letting guys slip behind the defense, no backdoor cuts. I mean, there are a lot of things. You could probably say a million, and you would be dead to rights on all of them, 100%. But a 23-point game still. Half of the quarter left. Let's see if Anderson can get to 40. If he can, we are going to stick in here. But if he does not, I will sim ahead. And I might jump in like halfway through the fourth quarter if I feel like it. We'll see what happens. If it's still a blowout by then. Baldwin is probably never going to hit a three like that. Up ahead to Anderson, though. He gets by Dawson. I mean, that's just... Why even try there if you're just going to do that? He didn't even do anything. He just kind of moved, like, out of the way. That's 33, though. 33. Here we go. That's the lob, and he threw it way too late, and it hit the rim while he was holding on to it. The Sound are just absolutely out of sorts. They have no chemistry. Come on, guys. They got to rethink this. I get that, look, they did lose their arguable two best players. They lost their two starting guards. That's not going to be good for them. That's going to make them a whole lot worse. They're both like 84 overalls, both having a good playoff run, and both guards that can shoot and attack the rim. That is a huge level of offense to lose. That's a huge aspect of their team that they won't get back from their bench guards like Dawson, who really has not done anything. And Dosunmu, despite, shooting all right, has consistently turned the ball over, made some bad passes. Wesley has been, like, okay. Nobody's been good for them as a guard. Murphy, though, has a couple of free throws coming up. After that foul, I believe, on Clement. First one good. And Keon Murphy. But he gets the ball in his hands. He actually has done a pretty good job. Just kind of thinking back to that opening night win with him where he put up like 17 points, shot 7 for 7, had like 10 boards, I think, in that game too. He was great in that game. Now he's got another bucket to add to his resume. 29-point lead now. Again, look at that. 3 turnovers for us. So we have taken care of the ball very well because their defense has not been good. And they have 11 turnovers and we have scored, was that 19 points off of their TOs? Like, that is a huge point swing. Huge. Now the shot clock's winding down. Wesley can't knock it down, man. This is rough to watch if you're a St. Louis fan. Halliburton, baseline jumper, just off the rim. Hit it a couple of times. 10 points in the first half for him on decent shooting, but nothing so far in this third quarter. Time counting down once again. Wesley, the guy taking the shot for the second time in a row, does not fall. They've had a better third than their second, but not by a whole lot. They had 15 there in the second, 16 so far in the third. But their offense has come to a screeching halt once again. Payne scores the 31-point game. We'll see what happens, but we are just blowing them out of the water now. They're going to do it again. Don't lob this. Okay, they didn't lob it. Okay, good. But they almost thought about it. Whenever he does that little backdoor cut, you know that they're going to try and look for it. Wesley, though, has to fire again, man. Like, this offense is anemic. It is anemic. They don't pass it well. They don't move the ball around. They don't spread their shots around. This is bad. Murphy just put in the moves on Baldwin. He can't guard him. He's having a good third quarter. On the move. Wesley got it this time. Took him a couple of chances, but he finally knocks it down on his toughest attempt so far. Did the same thing in last game, too. Payne working on Clements. Backing him down. Throwing up a shot, but it hits back iron instead. They go up ahead to Dawson in the corner, but Carney's there to meet him. Good job. Way to stay in front. Like that defense right there in transition. Baldwin, though, penetrates. Looks like he wants to shoot this. Nope, I was wrong. They are, again, just letting Wesley take every shot. And they're all with like 1 second left on the shot clock. That's what I'm saying, man. If you can't get the ball in somebody else's hands, you're just going to force one guy to take all your shots. You're not going to win the game. We've seen that time and time again when Anderson takes all of our shots, and even though he can drop 50 points, if nobody else is taking shots, we're not going to win that game. Backdoor cut. They lob it this time, and it's thwarted by Keon Murphy. It has not worked once since that change to switch on the back screens. Halliburton on the move. Front rimmed it. Baldwin fading away. Very low percentage effort right there. And they scored, what, 1 bucket the last 6 minutes of the quarter? That is horrid, man. That is horrid. Last shot, though, of the quarter. In the corner, Halliburton can't knock down the 3. And it ends with Vancouver up 95-63. It was close for the first quarter and a half. And now it's an absolute bloodbath. All right, we're going to jump in with about 2.5 left, just below. Vancouver's still up by plenty, and we're going to win this game, obviously. We have barely scored this fourth quarter. That was right there, our 15th point. They've only scored 19, so neither team has really done a whole lot. Unsure how close Anderson is to 50, but he does knock down 2 free throws here, which will tack on to whatever he has earned in this fourth quarter. Guess we'll find out by the end of the game what he has, as Bencaro has it stripped and stolen. Poked out by Vanderbilt, picked up by Anderson. Screen for Halliburton. He'll fire the triple, and it's good. Well, I just checked, and turns out Anderson has not really scored at all since we last watched, besides those free throws. He's got 37 points. Bencaro misses the 3 there. We are about 90 seconds away from going up 3 games to none. Halliburton, baseline jumper, open look. Back rimmed it. Wow, a last-minute block for Vanderbilt. Bencaro trying to add more to his box score, but Vanderbilt's not going to let him. Graves with Wesley on him. Finds Payne. He'll fire, and he's fouled by Cross. We're just trying to make this hurt a little bit more than it should for St. Louis. But, I mean, it's been their worst offensive game. After their best first quarter, they put together their worst total game in terms of their offense. They had 89 points in Game 1, which was already horrible. They're going to have even less here. That missed shot is going to end this game, as Vancouver is now 1 win away from a sweep of St. Louis to round out the franchise. It's year 9, and we might just have only 1 game left. 116-82 your final score. This team, man, I'm not sure St. Louis can overcome us if they can't score above 100 points. Bencaro leads the way for St. Louis, dropping 19 points. Sumo and Wesley had 15 apiece. But besides those 3 guys, and Perkins too had 10 points on 6 shots, Nobody else did a whole lot. Nobody played well for them. And you need guys to play well to win. We know that much. That is easy to say. But I'm not sure that they are able to even operate at like a functional level to be able to beat us or any other like playoff team right now, because they did not miss both of their players in that series against Brooklyn. They were facing a team that did not have Luka Doncic. That was pretty bad, to be honest, around him. He just kind of carried their asses. And then they beat them, and then they lost their other best player. They already missed Fox, I think, for most of the playoffs. And then they missed Davion Mitchell right after, like in that last game of the series against Brooklyn. And then they come into this one and just absolutely stink it up. Yeah, it's just how it goes, I guess. But it would have been really nice to face them and the Spurs, but unfortunately they both missed some key starters. And actually Dallas did too. Dallas missed Gordon Wolf, who was one of their power forwards, and he would have probably started for them, I think. I could be wrong about that because they had two really good bigs that played with Cat and somebody else, I believe. But Gordon Wolf was still a key part of that team, and he also missed that whole series. Obviously, SGA missed it for the Spurs, and now two key starters out for our finals opponent, which is unfortunate, but injuries happen. We did not have any injuries, luckily for us. 37 points for Anderson, though. 13 for 23 from the field. He was phenomenal. Payne, 23 and 15. He was great. Had 4 blocks to go with it. Halliburton, 21 points, 12 assists. Took 20 shots, but did not shoot horribly. Todd Graves, though, 17 points. Shot pretty well and played some great defense, too. Keon Murphy, perfect day from the field. Good job on defense as well. Same goes for Jared Vanderbilt. Carney and Azette both not very good off the bench. They haven't been good off the bench in this series, but we have not really needed them to be because the Sound are just so bad. But another sub 30% from 3 for them. They're just not built to take or hit threes. And another win for Vancouver. We are 1 win away. I'm going to watch the entirety of Game 4 no matter what. So if we're up by like 50 after 3 quarters, I'm still going to watch the entire thing because it's going to be our last showcase game of the series. And I want to get one last full game in. I would have watched the full game here if it would have been close the whole way, obviously. But it wasn't. And yeah, I think we're on like a huge win streak right now. What is it, like 12 games in a row? 9 games in a row? Close. Thanks guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. This entire series. There are only probably a handful of you guys who have watched the entire thing, but you know who you are. And big shout out to you guys who have done that. And to anybody who has watched any videos on this channel, and including this one, thank you. Please like, subscribe, keep commenting down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in Game 4. So until then, take care and peace out.